So welcome back to the Slap and Wonk show, and today we're going to be covering how we get our clients in shape for summer. So, how do we get our clients in shape for summer?
Just give them no food.
Just eat dust.
Eat lettuce leaves.
Eat lettuce leaves. I think the first thing we've got to think about is we need to give yourself time. A lot of people shit themselves 4 weeks before a holiday and go, oh crap, and they'll last a week.
It's interesting you say that, because I had someone message me this morning going, Stephen, can I start doing some PTs because I go to Ibiza in 4 weeks?
4 weeks? You're not Gandalf.
4 weeks. And it's like, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? And I'm like...
You should have been, you shall not pass.
No, you're like, well, how late do you want to leave it? You're going like a month.
4 weeks is 4 weeks is crazy.
I'm like, I don't know how much you think. I mean, we can do summer, but I don't know how much you think we're going to get done in like the 4 weeks.
Yeah, and obviously it depends on people's start points as well. So I think like if you've got quite a decent amount to lose, I'm talking kind of like 10 plus kilos, you're definitely going to be needing 16 weeks to give yourself a decent amount of time.
Because you need to factor in as well. People mess up sometimes, don't they?
Yeah.
Like socials might come up or things you haven't planned for. So you need to factor like that. Some of that might come in as well, and obviously work back from it like we do with our one-to-ones.
I mean, like with Accelerate, which is our 8-week fast fat loss course, obviously it is aggressive with the reverse at the other side, and people can lose like up to 10 kilos in that weight, but again in that time frame. But again, that's based on consistency, the bigger deficit, how much they've got to lose as well. So I think the biggest thing for the majority of people, if we're just kind of generalising, is give yourself more time, because you're going to have faster weeks and slower weeks, especially if you're trying to lose at 1% of your body weight a week, which is a pretty fast way to go about it. You're going to get some slower weeks, of course, because sometimes the scales don't move, but that doesn't mean that the measurements and pics aren't going to show.
Yeah, and I think sometimes there's elements of it of how aggressive you want to go with the time frame as well, because obviously it depends how hungry you're willing to let yourself go leading into like that holiday as well, I'd say.
So time's first one. Second thing is going to be resistance training. Again, personal kind of like circumstances, but I mean most people can get 3 sessions in a week.
Yeah.
Most people can get 3. There'll be the odd person who can only get 2, of course. So 3 to 4 weight sessions a week, whatever split you want, whatever split you want, whether it's, if it's 3 days, if it's 3 full bodies, if it's push-pull legs, it doesn't really matter. It's just something that you can consistently train with, get stronger at, and not lose some muscle mass.
Yeah, I prefer like the upper lower. You don't mind whole body though, do you?
I quite like that full body approach, yeah.
Yeah, because then your legs are ruined at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, 6 a.m. leg day is disgusting.
Whereas I like having just one, the other, and just doing it like that.
I mean, I've done every single split going under the sun, and it doesn't really matter. You've just got to find one they stick to, because that's obviously the ultimate thing is, will that person stick to that plan?
Yeah, and the cardio and the steps and all that comes into it.
So that's the next thing, obviously, is movement. How much movement can you do? And that's obviously going to have an impact on how many calories you're going to need.
Yeah.
So obviously 10K gets thrown around a lot, but again, personal circumstances, what people can do. If someone's having to like 10,000, it's a great place to be, obviously, even just for a health perspective as well. But again, if you can, you know it's only for a short period of time, because you'll have an end date, which should be a holiday. So you can afford to kind of be a bit unsustainable and ramp those up more than like make an effort when you can't be asked.
Yeah.
Like we all have those days where we're like, I don't want to go for a walk, or I don't want to go training. But if you know you've only got X amount of weeks left, it's a lot easier to force yourself to do it, knowing that you can make it a bit more sustainable afterwards.
And you've just got to be like, it's having that goal. Like I put that little video up saying how I was going to cut down for the 8 weeks for the holiday. And I said I was going to eat 1,680 calories, and someone messaged saying, "Oh, why would you want to eat that much?" I was like, "Because I'd rather get in and get it done, and then I'm done, and I'll diet there for like that 7-8 weeks, and then I'm done for like the rest of the year again."
Yeah, and I mean it's not everyone's cup of tea. No, I get that, 100% get that. Some people like to go slow and just take the time, but our clients that we like to work with and love working with us and got the results with, they don't want to diet for long. They want to see quick changes, because that's motivating. Seeing physical changes week after week drives you forward, especially when you know that at the end of it you're going to get more food, you got more freedom, you aren't going to be hungry, and then you can make things a bit more sustainable when you're in shape and feeling good.
Yeah, get in, get it done, get out,
Yeah.
spend the rest of the year just maintaining or building or whatever it is that you're wanting to do.
Because I personally wouldn't want to feel, even if it's a little bit of hunger, all the time, and be having the weekends where I'm just destroying 2-3 days worth of progress.
Yeah.
Then just literally go, right, I've got 8 weeks. I'm going to be moderately hungry. Yes, I'm going to get days where I'm a bit uncomfortably hungry, but I know on this day it's finishing. Happy days, done. That's me done. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Obviously, we detoured there a little bit, but movement is going to be absolutely crucial too. In terms of moving forwards to getting in shape. And obviously, then if you're covering with the nutrition side of things, we want to keep the protein a little bit higher than usual, just because obviously you're in a deficit, you're going to be losing. If you're not and you're resistance training, you will lose a bit of muscle tissue, which we want to preserve. So anywhere from I would say 2 to 2.2 grams per pound of body weight, per kilo body weight, sorry. Per kilo. And I think as well, having that slightly higher ratio of protein and gel just helps to keep things a little bit tighter in terms of the hunger side of things as well.
With that and just the volume as well, which we harp on with our one-to-ones, like volume, just bang shit those of veg on.
Volume. Like if you're eating like Louis, a 7-year-old, my son, a 7-year-old kid who's going to school with his packed lunch with a ham sandwich, a yogurt, a cheese string, a bag of crisps and a tangerine, you're gonna be fucking starving.
Yeah.
You're gonna be starving. And that's why people go wrong. They don't think about, like you said, fiber and protein, veggies. Like if you're trying to cover those, like making every meal about protein, your veggies are kind of like your base. You can build everything around that. You're gonna get so much more bang for your buck.
I had that bag of Walkers and they were 500 calories and I'm starving.
Oh man,
you could have had a meal for that, mate.
Yeah, but how good are they though? Those sensations when you open them.
Yeah. Or the salt and vinegar squares.
Flipping heck. Yeah. I'll be hungry for 120 calories, it's fine.
I'll take it.
It's worth the trade-off. So yeah, protein, and that links then into kind of like being organised with your tracking, like making sure that your fitness pal is done for the next day, because it's much easier to adjust your macros there and then. Like for me today, if I put all my food in, I can just copy and paste a lot of the things I eat, repeat. But if I'm short on protein and I've got my food already in, I can then make a change before tomorrow instead of reacting.
Instead of winging it.
So again, readiness and organisation is one of the key things as well, that just need to spend 10, 15 minutes a day just planning out the next day's food. And if you plan your week's food out, then you're laughing.
It's just, like you say, coming to that planning and not using the fact that spending 5 minutes a day tracking is too much like hard work. If the goal's important to you, you'll do it.
Yeah, it's like anything.
Everyone sits and scrolls through the phone when they're watching telly at night. You can spend 5 minutes typing a meal into my...
You can watch a Netflix series, but you can't weigh your food.
Yeah, it takes too much time.
Okay, that's just, again, it's just priorities.
Yeah.
So yeah, happy days. I think that's covered.
I think that's covered everything on that.
Covered most of them. So we'll leave it there today, and we will pick it up the next episode.
Slap and wonk. Out.
That's like the signature thing.
You are?
That's like the signature ending. Do you know what I mean?